Okay, so let me ask you this. Have you ever cheated in an exam before? Hmm. Well, I have, and unluckily for me, I got caught. Before I'll get judged, please listen to the entire story. So, that day was just a random day at school, and I was doing absolutely nothing in class when suddenly someone came to the door and said,
Priska, you're being called by a teacher.
"Well, what? I was being called by a teacher?" I started generally thinking that I did something wrong and started thinking back, like, what did I do? What happened? Why was I called? And then I finally arrived at the teacher's lounge. But hopefully, it wasn't anything bad. She just wanted me to type some exams. Me? Type some exams? It was literally an honor. I'd be honored to. I just said, okay, and started typing. And thanks to useless typing I did at home with a broken keypad, I was able to type very fast, making her call me more frequently to type our exams questions. But it was for the junior classes, it wasn't for the seniors. She soon advanced and started giving me the questions of the senior classes, but our class was not part of it. As I typed, I started having these thoughts. How about if she's not looking, I check for our class? She was literally all over me that day, so I didn't have the opportunity to check it that day, which I started regretting later because she didn't call me frequently anymore. Until some weeks later, she finally called me to continue the class I was typing before. And then I just had to. I did it. I checked it. I checked our class. No, note this. I didn't check the questions. I just named the topics and write the first letters inside piece of paper. I wasn't greedy. I wasn't greedy at all, so I just took the topics only. And I decided to tell my friend, the one that I was close with. She also told me that another girl had the questions of another subject and that we were gonna copy it from her. Then the day of exam, fast forward to the day we had exam that we thought everything was gonna be fine. The girl came up to us and asked us if we had the question of the one I saw. And I thought I didn't bring the book. And I was too lazy to check my bag. So I just told her I didn't bring the book. I'm serious. I honestly thought I didn't actually bring the book. But my friend said she didn't have the question. And then when the girl left, my friend was like, "Oh my god, thank goodness we didn't give her that she wasn't gonna get, she doesn't even want to give her the question." I was just there like, what? I thought I didn't even bring the book. I mean, if I did bring it, I would have given it to her. I'm not a jerk. I'm not a bad person. Neither is she, but I don't even know what to say. That situation passed, or so I thought, because few minutes later, I heard that the girl went straight to our bag, opened it, and checked for the paper while we were in the exam hall doing our science exams. I was like, what? What the hell gave her the damn right to go to my bag and take a paper that doesn't even belong to her? I mean, it's sick. Like, too low, literally. That was crazy. I was so pissed, but I wasn't as pissed as my friend. She was mad. She literally walked up. No, 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 it's not literally. She walked up to the girl and oh my god, I would never forget what she did that day. She shouted at the girl and said, "Hey, where is the paper you took from my friend's bag? If you don't provide it, you're not gonna like what I'm gonna do to you." Oh my god, I was like, go girl. But yeah, there was consequences. I knew I should have told her to not fight. But yeah, I wanted to see some fight. It's been a long time since I saw fight in my school. So that fight got us into trouble because my friend has a loud voice and apparently, a teacher was around and she literally ran like she was in a marathon to the principal's office without even knowing what truly happened. And then she told the principal that they were talking about exam questions. We were busted. They soon started investigating, and my friend, since she was the one that said all those stuff about exam. She was called to the principal's office and questioned. I was so scared. Literally, I felt like my life was over. I'm gonna be like this kid that cheat in exam and get expelled, and my life is gonna be ruined and over. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna do? I just felt like dying on that spot that day. I can't believe I didn't even know what to say. I was just so shocked. I was like, I should have told her not to fight. I should have told her not to shout. I was just there busy trying so hard not to cry. Well, a few minutes after that intense brain stuff, I was called to the principal's office, and then I was asked. I didn't remember what I was asked exactly, but it was something related, but it wasn't pointing that I was really in trouble. She said, "Who gave me the paper?" Yes, that was the question. And I pointed at the girl that gave me the paper, the girl that tore the paper from my bag. We were all sent to leave for them to make a decision. All the time they were making the decision, I was literally dying inside. I was like, what was I gonna tell my mom? Was I gonna tell her I cheated in an exam and my life is over? My life is ruined? I felt like crying then and there because I know the principal is gonna tell my mom. I didn't know what to do. Literally, I was so, I don't know if it's pissed or angry or scared. All the emotions were mixed together. And people just acted like they didn't even care. They just walked around and still had the audacity to play. I mean, what the heck? Why would you be playing when I was in trouble? Why would you be laughing? Why? It's just not fair. I finally found the courage to tell my mom after lots of chickening out, and surprisingly, she took it well. She just said, whatever your principal's decision was, you guys have to bear it because you guys are literally guilty about it. She was off, but she didn't, like, literally try to murder me. Well, at school, things weren't fine because people looked at us like we were criminals, especially the teachers. They just looked at us like we were one big criminals and shook their heads and whispered. And as for the one that gave me something to type, she came up to me and said, "How could I do that?" She didn't know I could do something like that. I was just like, I just stared at her. Like, what was I gonna say? Well, that's it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I mean, like, out of all the videos, you chose mine, and it means a lot. I'm just starting, and please can you help me grow by liking, subscribing, and sharing your comments on what you think? Yeah, so question of the day. If it were you gonna do it? Thank you. Bye. Subscribe.